And of course, joining me right now is Nick Grassi of Grassi Roofing. Thanks so much for joining me on the Southern Scene. It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about Grassi Roofing, because you guys have been around for a very long time. This is a family-owned business. You've been around for a long time.
Over 35 years.
35 years. That's a lot of roofs in this area.
It's a lot of roofs, absolutely.
When you're talking about roofing, let me ask you this, Nick. What are some common mistakes that people make where their roofs are concerned?
Not paying attention to the quality of workmanship. Anybody can buy a shingle and put it on a roof. It's how exactly you install it.
And that really, that's something that you definitely have to think about.
Absolutely. If something's installed improperly, then material is no good if it's not installed the correct way.
Many times I think when you move into a home, obviously all homes have roofs on them, but one thing that we all have to understand is that those roofs are not meant to last a lifetime.
No, they're not. You got various amounts of roofs out there. You got a 20-year, a 25-year, and they actually have a limited lifetime warranty shingle now. You got metal roofs, tile roofs. There's a lot of different choices, but no roof is going to last forever. Not even your metal roofs, especially in our area.
And that's probably a common mistake that people make as well, waiting too long or waiting until there's actually a problem, before taking care of an issue before it actually happens.
Absolutely. You get a lot of people who call and say, well, I've got a leak, and they have a damaged ceiling and they've got rotten wood, well before they ever realize that it's the roof that's the problem. Normally what you do is people will look at the roof, you'll see shingle tabs lifted, you'll see shingles on the ground, you'll have the shingle granules on the ground, which that's usually your first sign of wear and tear. But normally a roof, say a 20-year roof, doesn't last 20 years, especially in our area.
So you're going to see some issues.
Absolutely. Hopefully you'll get these before you have any issues on the inside of your house. So in that, with that aspect, you've got, you can look up and you see the shingles curling. Mm-hmm. You can see shingles missing. Every once in a while, just like your maintenance on your home, your roof should be part of your regular maintenance.
Let me ask you, regarding the elements and the environment that we live in here, how does that affect our roofs, specifically in this area? We live in a coastal area,
right.
So how does that affect the homes here?
In our region, we have a lot of wind off the marshes, off the coast. We have a lot more humidity, which will affect it with your heat. But normally, what you see around here is a lot more higher wind codes. We have the highest winds coming off the waters. It can pick your shingles up and blow them off, and that's usually the main concern in our area when it comes to shingle being damaged because of the weather. You
guys are a family business. You've been doing this for a long time. You know the area and the environment, and you know your materials.
Absolutely.
Would you say that that is the main thing that sets you apart from a lot of roofing companies out there?
It's definitely the quality. Definitely the quality. Whenever we show up, everyone does, exactly what I expect or what my father expects. We only expect what we would do to our own homes. Whenever you want something done, you want it done right the first time. As much as I enjoy meeting a homeowner, I like it to be the last time I meet the homeowner because I expect to do such a good job that they never have to call me again.
What is the difference in, of course, here in the coastal area, we see a lot of the shingles, but we see a lot of metal roofs. Is that just a cosmetic thing, or are people using that specifically for a reason?
Metal roofing is definitely a cosmetic thing, but a metal roof is also more of a investment. A metal roof is going to last you much longer than a shingle roof. People who buy metal roofs, I would say that they're planning on keeping their home for, well over 50 years, passing it down to generations and stuff like that. And if not, you do a lot of metal for decoration, on little fronts, little porches and stuff like that. So it can be both. It's an investment, and it's also definitely for looks.
What would you most like our Southern Scene viewers to know about Grassi Roofing, especially if they're sitting out there thinking that, maybe I do need to have my roof checked?
Well, first off, I'd like to let them know we've been around for 35 years for a reason. You don't get around 35 years if you haven't been doing quality work for that long. When you need us, you can call us and we're always there. We've got, an office in Savannah, we've got an office in Bloomingdale, and we're all around. When you call us, you get us from the beginning to the end, from the first time to during and after. So very good quality of personalization and professionalism when it comes to the work and dealing with the customer and the homeowner.
And that's always been important to you guys, and you guarantee your work.
Absolutely, 100% guaranteed. If not, you know where to find us, because we're not going anywhere.
Well, Nick, I want to thank you for joining me
Yes,
here
ma'am.
on the Southern
Thank you
Scene.
for having me.
And thanks so much for educating us a bit on the roofing industry and on Grassi Roofing.
Absolutely. If anybody ever needs anything, they can just call us.
I hope you'll come back and see me.
I hope so too.